lacrosse that makes the postseason game all that much more exciting.
Yeah, I played a lot of big lacrosse games, a lot of big venues, and none top the Carrier Dome. The 10,000, 15,000 fans they got here are ruckus, and then you're also going against the legacy that is Syracuse lacrosse.
Now Syracuse is the 2 seed this year, so Matt, my question for you is how does a program lose the player of the year in Mike Lavelle, the midfielder of the year in Stephen Brooks, and still have enough to be considered one of the favorites?
It's pretty easy. You replace All-Americans with new All-Americans. Coach Desko's done a great job recruiting here, and they have skilled players all over the field. That's why they're always pretty good.
At 6'4", 215, number 22, Dan Hardy is an imposing figure. Matt, when it comes time to play win or go home games, he takes his game to another level.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to play big in this NCAA tournament. They're going to get that second national championship in a row. He can shoot from the outside, but he's also a goal who can score off the dodge.
8 goals last year on the run to championship number 10, and he would love to have 4 more games to add to the legacy of number 22 here at Syracuse. As for the Siena Saints, the champions of the MAC, what an opportunity for these players. They open up the season on Homewood Field against Hopkins, and now they get a chance to play Syracuse.
Yeah, the Siena players have to be very excited. They got to play at 2 of the biggest landmarks in college across Homewood Field, and now the first NCAA tournament game here in the Carrier Dome.
And the Saints come in flying, courtesy of a 10-game winning streak.
Yeah, they had a great season. They were able to run through the MAC and get that conference championship in order to play Syracuse here.
And the Saints rely heavily on a versatile and talented attack unit thanks to 2 newcomers.
Yeah, you look at Jordan Loftus. He's really stepped up for Siena this year. He's got 41 points on 23 goals and 18 assists, and he's kind of their do-it-all attackman. And then you look at their second one, the freshman comes in out of nowhere for 50 points. Ryan Newfield is a very talented lefty player who buries everything in sight.
The attack unit for Siena has combined for 122 points. Will they be up to the challenge tonight against the 2 seed? The final game of the first round is next.
Are you one of the millions of people who think you just can't learn a new language? The problem isn't that you can't.
Head today to keep them in this game low.
He was the player of the tournament in the MAC tournament. Just over 6 goals a game for the Siena goalie.
Yeah, and every coach you talk to says he's the real deal. He makes all the saves he should, and then some. So he's going to need to have 20-plus saves, in my opinion.
And the Syracuse goalie, John Galloway, just a sophomore, already a national champion.
I think that's all you have to say. You know, you win a national championship as a freshman. That's pretty impressive. But then his outlet passes are really separate him as a goalie.
And Siena is coached by Brian Brecht in his 5th season. What a job he has done at the school in Loudonville, New York.
He's really been able to take advantage of the local players and build a program that's now in the first NCAA tournament.
John Desko, a Syracuse long-time assistant and head coach, an excellent career, 11 seasons as the head coach, 130 wins. We are underway inside the Carrier Dome. A quick violation on Syracuse on the opening faceoff, so the Saints will open up with the ball. Syracuse in the home white, Siena in the road gold.
I'm going to have to imagine Siena's going to want to be very patient here. I don't think they want to get into a trap meet against Syracuse. With the athleticism, I would say, advantage in Syracuse's favor. They want to play a controlled type tempo.
The starting lineups for both teams are scrolling atop the scoreboard on your TV screen. One interesting note, when Syracuse gets the ball first, attackman Cody Jamison getting his first career start, number 43. We'll have more on that throughout the game, but now the Saints go to work with their first midfield unit on the field. This is Sean Dunn. Now they get it behind. Loftus. Now Dunn. The junior out of Chaminade on Long Island. He's going to take a run at Javon Miller. Dunn retreats, sends it back up top. Here's Mazzone, another Long Island product. See number 3, Dan Abbott, out on the field. He does it all for Syracuse. Defense, offense, a little bit of everything. Saints would love to get on the board first with this possession there.
You can see it's they've got a minute and a half in this game. They haven't really forced it yet. They're going to be patient. If I can spin the ball once or twice before they make that move to the goal.
Now you see Abbott ISO'd behind. So try and invert up top to pass. Here's a high shot. Looks like that one hit the crossbar. Maybe Galloway got a piece of it. But a good look by the Saints, and they'll hold on to it as Syracuse loses the ball out of bounds.
It looked like that. A lot of times across when the shot goes, it's closest to the MI of the ball. But it looked like there the refs thought Matt Abbott could have possessed the ball. Therefore, the shot was null, and that's why Siena maintained possession because Matt Abbott touched it last.
Now the Saints get it behind again. 2 minutes have gone by. We're still looking for our first goal here as Siena tries to be patient on the offensive end against the defending national champions. Now they'll isolate Miller behind the net. They want to start it with their middies and then dump it off to the attack. Draw the slide. Now here's Loftus. Now Kenny Mazzone, the senior out of Ward Melville High School, with Abbott on him.
What I really like about Mazzone's game is a great feeder from the midfield. Syracuse did a nice job controlling there. You can use the pass like him. That's pretty tough.
With a good double there by Tierney, and Galloway comes way out of the cage to come up with the ground ball. Matt, as Syracuse heads the other way, what are some of their keys to the game?
I think they have to maintain their focus. I think a lot of times when you play a team from the MAC conference, you may get ahead of yourself. And then they shoot effectively. They're going against a good goalie, but they can get a lot of points here because they're going to have a lot of open chances.
Last year, Syracuse started the run to the national championship with a home win over Canisius out of the MAC. So now they will patiently wait to get their first midfield unit on the field. Here is Jamison, number 43. Junior out of Ontario. Now Abbott stays on. Now Nims. Miller still on the field. He makes a move. What a step shot, but there's Herbst to stop it. His first save of the game. Tough pass there. Skips by. Sid Smith can't corral it. Still loose, and Tierney there for the Orange.
And those are the types of plays Siena really can't afford. They do a nice job making a stop there. Be patient. Make the smart pass. Don't throw the home run pass and get the ball right back to Syracuse.
Hardy sends it up to Abbott. Abbott draws the pole. Foss Granado. Now Nims, the quarterback of the offense, sends it over to Jamison. This is Pat Parrott, the senior out of Sachem High School. Now Abbott. Draws the double. Quickly back to Hardy. Hardy, one more to Parrott. Parrott's looking to get the shot off, but he gets it back to Hardy. He will shoot. Herbst got just a piece on that one. Race to the goal line. Won by Jamison and Syracuse. So Herbst has been tested quickly, and he's gotten just enough to keep Syracuse off the board.
He comes as advertised. He's making the stops that he should. Those are outside shots. Probably considered, in MLO, that's probably a 2-point shot. The goalies are supposed to save those, and he's been up to task.
14 saves in the MAC title game. Helped Siena get to the NCAA tournament for the first time ever. Just last year, Siena didn't even make the MAC tournament as they lost 4 one-goal games in conference play. Hardy dumping off. Jamison was wide open, but he couldn't make the quick stick. Ground ball. The scrum is on, and Siena comes up with it. The Saints in transition going the other way. Parrott looking for the home run check. Doesn't get it. So Matt, as the Saints look to regroup offensively, basically a game for an upset.
They need their goalie to stand on his head. He needs 20-plus saves. And then control the faceoffs. I think that's really important because they need to control the tempo and maintain the majority of possessions in this game.
This is John Rovner with the ball, number 30, the sophomore out of Dix Hills, New York. Now Christy Alberti, freshman. Combination of youth and experience on Siena's squad. The senior's really the first true recruiting class for Coach Brecht. Now they go to work on Abbott again. Trying to get that lefty shot off his Rovner. He goes back to the right. Abbott doesn't give him anything, so they'll spin it around one more time.
I really like the approach Siena's taking right here. They're getting some opportunities, but they're being very, very patient. They're 0-0, and they'd like to keep it a game where it's under 10 goals for the winning team.
So here's the turnover, and now Abbott, the one-man clear, as he has become known throughout his career, gets it behind. Send it over to Nims. There's a